Well, I checked with the Alabama Department of Labor on this, Byron, and it's not a glitch. Not many unemployment recipients are getting hit with this, but it is legitimate. These questions are related to the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, which offered benefits to people who aren't usually eligible for unemployment. People in that category have old weeks where there was no accompanying self-certification questionnaire that asks about the circumstances related to COVID-19. This is a requirement from the U.S. Department of Labor. So, beginning this past weekend, claimants in the PUA program with missing PUA certifications got notified on their claim tracker that they need to recertify. This questionnaire looks like the one that the department recently added to the claim tracker for other issues. Now, the department warns that this is only to certify for claims that have already been made. It won't necessarily result in any new payment or additional eligible weeks, but it's important. If you don't recertify these past weeks, it could result in an overpayment, and the state might want you to give some of the money back.
Yikes. Okay. Same viewer now wants to know how to answer the question about whether you were unable to reach your place of employment because of a quarantine, and how she should answer if she has 2 part-time jobs, but only one was affected.
Well, it's a complicated one, but the answer here, Byron, has to do with whether COVID-19 prevented you from working. The Alabama Department of Labor says that would apply if your employer had to close because of the governor's shutdown order in late March, for instance. It would also apply if a doctor instructed you to self-isolate because you were experiencing symptoms or because you had come into close contact with someone who was infected. Keep that in mind if you get one of these PUA questionnaires from one of those weeks back in April when that shutdown was in effect. As to what to do if you have more than one employer, the spokeswoman reminds me that you could be eligible for partial unemployment if your income was reduced. So if one employer was closed because of the governor's order, but you were still able to work the other job, then you would note that the total hours and pay have been reduced.
All right, Brendan, you get an A+ on this multiple question test. Brendan will be back with us at Fox 10 News at 9 with more COVID-19 benefits information. And remember, if you have a question, you can email him directly at brendan.kirby@fox10tv.com.